Welcome to Travel Michigan. I'm Dave Lorenz, along with Michelle Grinnell. And Michelle, we are going to head up to one of the more beautiful areas you'll ever find anywhere in the world.
Dave, I don't say this often, but I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, I know you don't say that very often.
We are headed up to the Tahquamenon area, and we are talking sled dogs, which I don't know if you know this, but my first job ever was taking care of a bunch of sled dogs. Not so much about me. We're here to talk about the Tahquamenon Country Sled Dog Race, and here to tell us about that is John Brown, who is a trustee with that. So welcome to the show, John. And this is kind of a season kickoff for a lot of the sled dog races in the Midwest. So what can folks expect when they come?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. And yeah, our race is kind of the kickstart to the season, or the earliest mid-distance race pretty much in the Midwest. And we feature a variety of classes. We have everything from a 12-dog pro, an 8-dog pro, a 6-dog sport, a 4-dog sport, and even a youth class. So we're kind of a unique race in that we are able to cover the spectrum of mushers, everything from multiple-time Iditarod veterans to people running their first race, and often kids running their first race as well.
John, I had no idea that the teams would be made up with various numbers of dogs. I always thought it was just a certain set number.
A lot of races are. We're unique that way in that we have different courses laid out for each of the classes. The 12 dogs running as much as 60 miles. 8-dog runs about 40, the 6-dog runs 30, or 4-dog runs about 17. So there's a variety of classes and a variety of mileages for suitable to each of the classes. And our race is quite unique that way in that there's not one small group of teams going out. We'll have usually anywhere between 70 and 90 teams for our race. So there's a lot of teams in a variety of classes going out all morning through the event.
Talk a little bit about the terrain that they're going to go through during this race or these races.
Well, we've had a bit of a change the last couple of years with the Duck Lake fire. We had lost our entire race trail, and recently moved after the fire, moved the start to Muskallonge Lake State Park, which is right across from Lake Superior in the eastern UP. And the trail runs out of the park, follows around Muskallonge Lake, and goes down into a mixed forest of pines, some hardwood, some swamps, and goes into various wooded sections through there, crosses over a few snowmobile trails, and then everyone comes back and finishes at the park.
So you actually start at Muskallonge?
Yeah, Muskallonge Lake State Park.
Yeah, it's great. Well, it is a really beautiful area. So if somebody wanted to come out and to watch any of the races, depending on distance, whichever, would they typically just stay right there at the park, or are there other places along the route that will be kind of identified in advance and give them an idea where to be?
Well, one of the easiest spots to watch is from the park. If you come into the park in the morning, the first of our teams leave at 9:30. We'll have teams leaving the start chute every 2 minutes with the 12-dog and every minute after that with the lower classes. So it's pretty rapid fire through the morning, getting to see all the teams line up and go out for the start of the race, and then also coming back in throughout the afternoon. To get out on the trail to watch the teams, it's a little more involved. None of our trail crosses any public roads. There are a couple of snowmobile trail crossings. If someone wanted to go in on a snowmobile and watch from the trail crossing, they can. In fact, some of our spectators will watch the start and then head out and see the teams on the trail and then come back to watch them finish.
Sure. So with nearly 100 teams, does it basically take all day to have all the teams take off and get timed?
It does, and that's one of the nice things with our event. Unlike some of the races with fewer teams, there's entertainment through the day. As all the teams head out onto the trail, like I said, they're leaving pretty rapid succession. And then there's usually about an hour and a half lull in between time after the last team heads out before the first team comes back in. And once they start coming back in, again, they're coming in fairly regularly through the afternoon. So there's teams, you'll be seeing dog teams all day during the race. And during that downtime, there's a lot of other activities at the park. We'll have food vendors and bonfires going, and the park will put on some presentations. They'll have snowshoeing and other interpretive stuff that can be done while the teams are out on the trail.
Sounds like it's going to be a great day coming up January 4th, Saturday, January 4th. Everything starts at what time, John?
First team leaves the start chute at 9:30. At
9:30 in the morning. And, of course, if you're heading up just for this event, plenty of rooms in the Sault Ste. Marie area or in the Newberry area. You'll enjoy the entire region, and make sure to go to Tahquamenon Falls State Park as well and see those falls in the wintertime. Of course, whether you're going to Muskallonge or Tahquamenon, you'll need your state park passport. It's a great deal, like $10 for state residents, I think it is, or 12, something like that.
I think it's 10.
With your state driver's license. That's the way to go. Otherwise, you'll buy the day pass and you'll be set. Of course, Muskallonge right there on County Road 407. For more information, just go to this website, TCSDR.org. Thank you, John Brown, for filling us in. We're going to find out what's happening in Battle Creek with the International Festival of Lights next, right here on Travel Michigan, where your trip begins at Michigan.org.